Hey, welcome back to EHS Concepts, the ways of safety. Again, I'm Ryan Rinehart. We're going to talk about psychological safety, if I can say it, and that hidden foundation of culture, And, it's something that doesn't show up on an audit checklist. It doesn't. But it does determine whether your safety culture thrives or collapses, you know. And again, it's called psychological safety. Hey, I can say it. Sometimes I can't. Now, compliance could tell people what to do. Knife hands. You are. But training can show them how to do it. But psychological safety, that's what makes people believe they can speak up, share those concerns, and challenge that status quo without that fear of punishment or ridicule. And here's the truth, man. Without psychological safety, every other part of your safety program is just theater. Didn't know you're in the theatrics. Calling you guys out. Oops. So I want to share a story from a plant that I worked with years ago. And again, on paper, they were perfect. 0 violations. Spotless records. The leadership team was so proud. But one day, it's always that one day, right? One day a machine started acting up. It was catastrophic. Just a strange vibration, a sound that wasn't quite right. Now, the operator, been a veteran, was named Lewis. He noticed it immediately, and he did think about reporting it. Come to find out, he even looked at the hotline number posted on the wall, on the machine in the wall. But he didn't report it. Why? Because in that plant, speaking up meant slowing production. Been part of that? It meant triggering investigations, and unofficially, it meant being labeled difficult. Lewis had seen others report issues and get sidelined. So guess what he did? He stayed quiet. That silence. Now, hours later, the machine failed. Luckily, no one was hurt, but the incident exposed a massive blind spot. Lewis had followed nearly every rule. He had passed every training, but there's that but. He didn't believe the system had his back, which is very important. That silence, that fear, is what psychological safety is all about. It's not about the rules. It's about permission. And permission to tell the truth. Permission to care out loud. Psychological safety is the hidden foundation of culture. Not just safety culture, just culture. When workers feel safe to speak up, guess what you're going to get? I'm going to tell you what you're going to get, okay? You're going to get early warnings before incidents. Well, who would love to have that? This guy. Honest feedback about broken systems. This ain't working. This isn't working. That ain't right. All that, right? Okay? Engagement goes beyond compliance. Oh my God. We got people actually doing what they need to be doing and talking about things. But when those workers stay silent, you know what you get. You see it every day. Tell me you don't see it. I want to tell you what you get. Blind spots. You get disengagement. You get a culture of fear that erodes trust, which is horrible. Been in those organizations. It is hell. So leaders often ask me, how do I build psychological safety? And the answer, well, it's simple, but not easy. Again, it's not simple, or the answer is simple, but it's not easy. So you got to model vulnerability. You got to reward openness. Openness. You have to treat every concern as a gift, not a nuisance. Which sometimes is very hard to do. Some things very Anyway, when a worker raises a hand, you don't punish them for slowing production. Big thing. You thank them for protecting lives. So let's talk about a case study. I'm going to try to bring those more and more and more. So a logistics company that I had advised introduced a simple practice. Every meeting began with a safety moment, not stats, again, not slides, just a story. Sometimes it was a near miss, I like to call them near hit. Sometimes it was a lessons learned, or also lessons mourned. Sometimes it was a personal reflection. Within a year, engagement scores rose by 25%. Incidents dropped. Why? Because people felt safe enough to share and safe enough to listen. So, with all that psychological safety, here's the challenge I'll leave with you today. Do your people feel safe enough to tell you the truth? Honestly, think about it. Whether you're CEO, VP, C-suite, management, whatever, especially if you're in safety. Because safety isn't just about the rules. It's about dignity, like I said before. And when leaders create psychological safety, the culture follows. Thank you. Again, thanks for listening. Remember, culture isn't about compliance. It's built on belief. And I'm going to throw this out there again. If any of you would like to discuss this topic or any topic related to EHS, please reach out. I'd love to have you on EHS Concepts, the Ways of Safety. I'd love to get the dialogue going and have an interaction. Thank you again.